It is no news that Anne Hathaway is having quite the moment right now, and I'm personally loving it. I have been saying for years that Anne Hathaway is one of my favorite actresses, or I'm sorry, my favorite actress. And it's been a bucket list of mine to watch all of her movies, and that is exactly what I've done. So here is the ranking of all of Anne Hathaway's movies. Number 40. The Other Side of Heaven. So I'll be honest, I did not watch this one, but that is because it is available absolutely nowhere. No streaming services, you can't rent it, you can't buy it. That's probably because of the controversy surrounding it. And also it's one of her first movies, so we're just gonna put it at the bottom. Number 39, Get Real. This, I think, is Anne Hathaway's first acting gig outside of commercials that she might have done. It's a TV series that she did as a child. Jesse Eisenberg is in it. She does some great voiceovers, but there is this kitchen scene. I'll link it or I'll post a clip of it right here. But, you know, she's grown since then. Number 38, The Last Thing He Wanted. This just could have been a better movie in general, not necessarily her, but it does have a 5% on Rotten Tomatoes, which takes a lot. Number 37, Serenity. So once I learned the twist of this movie, and I'll spoil it, it's a video game. Once I realized she's playing a video game character, her choices make a lot more sense. And I will say, she plays a killer video game character, but it's just not really my style. Number 36, Nicholas Nickleby. Number 35, Hoodwinked. Number 34 and 33, Rio and Rio 2. You know, these are all animated movies. They were gonna rank low. Okay, number 31, Brokeback Mountain. I don't really remember Anne Hathaway in this movie. I just mainly remember Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal. But to refresh my memory, I did watch this telephone scene on YouTube where she tells Heath Ledger's character that her husband's dead. And I don't know. I didn't really vibe with it. But, you know, I'm not about to diss Anne Hathaway. I love her, so. Number 30, Valentine's Day. I just remember her being funny and having a Russian accent, but it's Valentine's Day, so. Number 29, Lockdown. What a weird movie. I mean, it's about COVID, so I was always going to put it low on the list, but I will say that she had this one monologue where she talks about smoking a cigarette again for the first time in years. And it was so good, and I feel like Anne Hathaway's been through some shit after watching that monologue. Okay, number 28, One Day. Number 27, Song One. Number 26, Becoming Jane. She plays Jane Austen in this movie, and I just remember her having really good chemistry with Mr. Tumnus from Narnia while they were in the library. Number 25, Colossal. I just like that Anne Hathaway did this type of movie. It's really out of her typical range of movies that she does. And yeah, it's really good. Okay, number 24, Bride Wars. I have such fond memories of watching Bride Wars as a child. I think it was maybe the first Anne Hathaway movie that I saw in theaters. And she has really great comedic screams in it and has good chemistry with, Kate Hudson. Yeah, super funny. Okay, Armageddon Time at number 23. This is a really good movie. She's just not the biggest part in it, but I will say that Anne Hathaway goes really hard with child actors. She does not hold back at all. Number 22, Solos. This is an episode that she did for an Amazon Prime series. It hits all like these great acting moments, like comedy, drama. She's playing multiple versions of herself, but I just will say it's nothing that I haven't seen before of Anne Hathaway. she's done all those things before are really good. And I just like some of the other movies before this one, so that's why it's ranked there. Number 21 is Passengers. I have to give Anne Hathaway a lot of credit in this movie because some of her scene partners are not helping her out, but she's still giving a really good performance. There's a twist in it, and that's played really well. And specifically, there's this scene where you think, like the audience thinks and she thinks that a jump scare is about to happen. Someone's gonna come and hurt her, but instead a newspaper flies in the wind and hits her in the face, and she has this genuine scared reaction because she's so tense. And if I can find a clip, I'll put it in. It's really good. Okay, number 20 and 19 is Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass. I like it. She takes a risk in this movie. I remember, I think she has a voice like this, and she pretends to be this nice white witch or something, and then she turns evil, and yeah, I remember it being good. Number 18 is Dark Waters. I love this movie, but it's mainly Mark Ruffalo's movie, but she does a great job, and again, she does not hold back with child actors. Number 17 is Havoc. This is a role I never thought I would see Anne Hathaway in. If you watch a trailer, you'll understand, but the critics have said, I've looked up reviews, and people say she's the best part in it, and I would agree. Number 16 is Get Smart. I honestly regret putting Get Smart this low. I'm so fond of Get Smart, and Anne Hathaway does a lot of these types of comedic roles where she plays someone really overtly confident and sometimes a spy or sometimes has an accent in this type of role. And I really loved her in this one, but yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know why I put it this low. Number 15, Interstellar. Number 14, The Intern. This is such a feel-good movie for me. It's like watching Julie and Julia, you know? And I love the relationship that she creates with Robert De Niro in this movie. I watch it just to like feel happy. Okay, number 13, The Hustle. Again, one of those kind of spy accent movies, and she cries on command in it. So like, yeah, we'll give you the number 13 spot. Number 12, The Witches. I can see this movie not being everyone's cup of tea, but I gotta give credit where credit's due, and Anne Hathaway goes hard in this movie. Like, she knew that she couldn't half-ass this role. Like, she is giving physical comedy. She's giving the craziest accent. She's giving choice after choice after choice. And also she does this thing in this movie where you think the line's gonna go one way and she's playing it one way, and then she changes it mid-sentence, and it's really freaky and throws the characters off. And I love an actor who can change emotion in their face so seamlessly. Okay, number 11, Ocean's 8. Again, similar type of role. Okay, now we're in the top 10. Top 10. Number 10, The Dark Knight Rises. Okay, I feel like I have to defend my case here, and what I'll say is what I'll say. I will say that bar scene where the cops are coming, she's a part of the criminal activity, and then she pretends to be a victim screaming under the bar. If you know it, you know it. It's the best part of that movie, maybe. Okay, number 9 and number 8 is The Princess Diaries and The Princess Diaries 2. Love it. You know, you get the heel flip at the kiss, and then in number 2, you get the romance with Chris Pine. Like, there's nothing to hate. It's a great movie. Okay. Number 7 is Rachel Getting Married. I mean, this is really Anne Hathaway stepping into her own as an actress. She talks so highly about this movie and this experience with this director and really taking a chance on her. And I mean, she completely proves herself. She plays a woman who is coming back from a drug rehabilitation center, going to her sister's wedding, and then you find out that she killed her younger brother in a car accident when she was driving high. And, you know, it's a really emotional scene. I also just, while watching it, I could tell that the way she entered a scene, she was so physically engaged. Like, I could tell she changed the way she walked, and everything just feels really natural, and like she's trying a bunch of new things. And it's really exciting to watch an actor trying new techniques and, you know, throwing things against the wall. Number 6 is Modern Love. There was this scene that went pretty viral of where she's telling her friend that she's bipolar in this diner. And, you know, if you watch that scene, like, it's just a great scene. But there's also another scene where she's in a bathroom and she's about to go on a date and gets really excited. And then it all just goes downhill from there. And that scene also is just some great acting. Okay, number 5 is We Crashed. This TV series completely caught me off guard. I did not expect it to be this good. This might be Anne Hathaway's best acting performance to date. But of course I had to leave, you know the ones that are coming for the top spots. But her acting in this is impeccable. She has to play a younger version of Rebecca Newman and, you know, so many different parts of her life, and she completely nails it. And I could not believe that I believed the relationship between these two psychotic individuals, but they sell it. I love it. Okay. Number 4, Love and Other Drugs. I'm such a fan of this movie. I've watched it so many times. You know the scene where she says, "But I'm gonna need you more." Number 3, Ella Enchanted. I love Ella Enchanted. She has amazing singing and dancing in this movie. That scene where she has to tell her friend that she doesn't want to see her anymore. Great performance by Anne Hathaway. She kills this. She carries this movie on her back. It's so good. Number 2, The Devil Wears Prada. What more is there to say about this movie? I watch this movie multiple times a year. I can't believe she was the 9th choice. Every time I hear that, it's unbelievable. This movie is hers. Okay. And then, at number 1, Les Miserables. I mean, she gives an incredible vocal performance. My favorite, I Dreamed a Dream, by far. And the fact that she sung it live. And personally, as much as I Dreamed a Dream is so good, I really love that scene where she is in the factory that she's working at and she's like, something in the child is my daughter. You know, that one, that part, her acting during that whole sequence and her getting her hair cut. So good, so good. She won an Oscar for a reason. And that's where I will conclude it. And that's that for the ranking. That is all of Anne Hathaway's movies. And hopefully this solidifies me as one of her top fans. And now go watch an Anne Hathaway movie. No?